Hello, everyone, and welcome. It's Shanna Makes It, and I am glad to be designing for Love from Lizi. And today I'm going to be using this Let's Celebrate stamp set along with other products that are in the Love from Lizi January Let's Celebrate card kit. And we're just going to do all the things with this stamp set. So I'm going to be stamping this thing up several times. I've kept everything on its carrier sheet. I'm just bringing in some packing tape and lifting it. And I'm just going to stamp several times all of the images and sentiments from the stamp set. And we're going to do a lot with this. So I'm using some VersaFine or Watermark ink, and I'm just inking it up, and we're going to do some embossing. I'm going to use the Watermark ink. I'm going to use some Nocturne ink, and we're going to use some different embossing powders and just do several panels here. So I have sped up the stamping because I don't think you need to watch me stamp all of these panels in real time or emboss in real time as well, but we're going to have a lot to work with here. I just really wanted to maximize the use of the stamp set, and we're going to make 3 cards, and we're going to have a lot of different options on here. So here's where I've switched over to the Nocturne ink, and I'm going to stamp it up a couple times. And I've just laid all of them up there. I thought we would stamp everything at once, and then we'll emboss everything at once. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm just getting everything stamped up. I'm trying to work fast so that, the inks don't dry, but these actually take a while to dry, so we'll have plenty of time. And I did bring in 3 different pieces of copy paper because I'm using different embossing powders, and I didn't want any residue from the various embossing powders getting on the different panels. Now this is a deep dark pink glitter embossing powder that I'm using, and then I'm going to bring in the white embossing powder on this Watermark ink, and it'll kind of be like almost like a no line type coloring. The embossing does help you to stay on the lines if you're going to do some coloring. And then for this I'm going to use the clear, and we'll just have the black Nocturne ink shining through there, and I'm going to have 2 panels of this. I just wanted to have a lot to work with, so I kind of went a little bit crazy and did a bunch of stamping and embossing. So now I'm just got my heat tool out, and I'm just going to get all these heated up and ready to go. And then we'll be able to work with these panels and create some fun cards. So we will get this pink panel all heated up and embossed. We're going to move on to the Watermark ink with the white embossing powder. And it's a little bit harder to see on the camera, but once we add color to it, you'll be able to see it wonderfully. And then we're just going to do the black and just get it all embossed and ready to go. And it was just easy to just do all the stamping and then all the embossing at the same time. And just I thought if I'm going to have the stamp positioner and the embossing tool out, let's just get a bunch done and we'll have a lot to work with. So we're going to start out with this. I'm just showing you all of the panels. We're going to start out with this one that I used, the Watermark ink and the white. And I've just got some 4-pack of some pink mini cubes, and I'm just going to do some blending on here. And I'm just going to kind of do a gradient on each of the, the sentiments, each of the images. And so I'm just going to, it's going to look really crazy until it comes together. And then once, it even looks crazy once I'm done blending. But once we fussy cut, we've got some beautiful, just kind of pale pink images that have a variety of colors on them. So I'm just going to get all these inked up. And I'm starting with my lightest color first and working my way darker because I'm using the same blending brush. And so I wanted to start out light and then just go dark. So that's why I'm kind of all over the panel here, because I'm just trying to hit the different images and go from lightest to darkest with my colors. And so it looks real blotchy, but I promise you it'll come together. So I hope you stay. This is a little bit of a longer video, but I hope you stay to the end so you can see all 3 of the cards. They're really fun and very different. And here I'm putting my 3rd color on here and just trying to just have like a light to dark tone on each one of my little images that I've got there, including my sentiments. I did the same thing with the sentiments. And now we're going to bring in this darker raspberry and get it laid down on there. So we'll just continue blending until I feel like I have all of the stamped images covered in the colors. And so there you can see it. The lightest color is very light. So I'm going to take and clean my brush with, I've just got a paper towel off to the side there. I'm just going to clean that brush down and see if I can't pick up some more of that light. And it'll be a little bit darker because we've got a little bit darker color on there, and just kind of add it to my light areas. Then we'll get this ink out of the way. And like I said, it doesn't look like much, but once we get to fussy cutting, these turn out really pretty. So I'm going to just separate my sentiments apart from the images and lay those aside, and I'm going to get to fussy cutting. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you watch all the fussy cutting. I will fussy cut these wine glasses out, and then we'll come back in after I have everything fussy cut out. And all of these images are not hard to fussy cut. So they fussy cut fairly easy, and it actually was kind of enjoyable to do it. So I really enjoyed it. So you can see that once I've got it kind of cut away, it starts to look like something. So here I've cut everything, I fussy cut everything, kind of cleaned my desk off, and got all my images together. Now I'm taking my little rag and I'm just wiping over the stamped embossed area and just picking up any ink that's laying on top of my white embossed area, and it's going to make it pop. You'll be able to see the white stamping a lot easier. So I've got all that, and we're just going to move on to the stenciling. So this stamp set has a coordinating stencil that goes with it. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and I'm going to cut my balloons away, and we're going to stencil these balloons and use them as well. So I'm not going to line it up on the edge. I'm going to put it on the center. I'm just going to grab my tape runner, put a little bit of tape down there, and then we'll lay the stencil on top of it. And I'm going to bring in my distressed oxides. I've got some lighter colors. I'm using spun sugar, Victorian velvet. I've got shabby shutters, and I've got speckled egg there. So we've got pink, purple, blue, and green is what we've got. And I'm just going to start with my pink and get that center balloon. When I looked at the stencil, I thought, what did I want my center color to be? And I wanted it to be the pink. So I'm going to use the spun sugar on there and just get it blended. And it's real easy to line up. And I've just used a wide piece of washi tape to cover up my panel so that I don't get it blended by accident. And I don't blend this fast. I've sped this up as well. I want to be able to get all the techniques in and still be able to show my cards. So we're just going to move on to our second layer of our balloons, and I'm just going to get it laid down on here, use that same washi tape, line it up, and I'm going to bring in my Victorian velvet. I think that's what that color is called. And we'll just add the purple to our balloon set, and I'm just pressing down with my hand to help hold that stencil in place, since I'm not using my grid marks on my stencil sheet there. And we're just getting that purple laid down on there. And next we'll bring in the third layer and our speckled egg, and we'll do the blue. This stencil, Let's Celebrate stencil, is it's a 6x6 stencil, but it also has the words Let's Celebrate and Happy Birthday down there below. And I will do some stenciling on those off camera and have some of those available along with the other pieces that I put together today. And I'm just going to put my speckled egg down, and then we'll just finish up with the shabby shutters, which is a nice green color. And we will have our bouquet of balloons all colored up and ready to go. And we've got our fourth layer here. And I'm just cleaning off my blending brush in case I had something darker on there from the last time I used it. And we'll get this laid down. And we'll add our green. And we've got a nice rainbow color of balloons going there. And I think it looks really pretty. Very soft. The colors are very soft. And I'm doing the same thing. I'm rubbing any of the ink off of my stamped and embossed areas so that it crisps up. And there we go. We've got our little bouquet of balloons. And I got my balloons fussy cut out. And since I didn't have a stencil for the champagne glasses or the bow or the balloon or the cupcake, I just brought in some of my alcohol markers, and I just got some colors that I thought would look nice with the colors that we just colored up. And you can see I've got all the different pieces, the different techniques that I've done. I've got all the different pieces laying on my desk up above there. And we're going to use a little bit of everything and make 3 cards. And so I'm just coloring up my cupcake now and getting it ready. And we're going to have some really fun celebration cards. Now, I'm telling you, I am just scratching the surface with this kit. There are so many wonderful things in there. There's a lot of ephemera. There is some Let's Celebrate Bunting and Bloom's ephemera, and Let's Celebrate Icons ephemera. And I'll use some of that in some of my other videos, I think I just used one of the ephemera pieces today. Oh no, actually I used several pieces on my last card, and it will come together quickly. So we're going to put our first card together, and this is where I did the ink blending with the pinks that it kind of looked crazy until you got it die cut out. Now I love this pattern paper so much that I just took one of my nesting dies and I just die cut the center out of it, because I just couldn't bear to cover up the center of that much of the paper, and I want to be able to reuse it. Now you could use any of your nesting dies that you have. In fact, I'm going to pick up some nesting dies from Love from Lizi so that I can use those. And I'm just going to bring in another panel. Now this is some glitter cardstock from Love from Lizi that I had ordered separately. And I think it looks really pretty with this real pale pink blend set of images that I've got here. And I've got my sentiments, and I've got my balloons, my cupcake, my wine, my champagne glasses. And I'm just going to start by laying my balloon bouquet down, and then we're going to pop up our other pieces around there and add our sentiments, and we're going to decorate the inside of the card as well. So I'm going to put Let's Celebrate down here on the bottom and get our pieces laid down. I'm going to bring in some foam tape. Now, keeping in mind you do have a piece of A5 sheet of white fun foam that was included in the kit, but I'm just going to use my foam strips for these and probably use it for a panel that I might pop up or something. So we'll just get this all layered up and get it laid down on our card base. And I think this is a very feminine card. This would be a beautiful birthday card for a girlfriend, or anybody that really likes a soft pink. I think it's really lovely. And you couldn't tell when I was inking it up what it was going to look like, but I think it came together real nice. And then I've got my Let's Celebrate, and I'm going to go ahead and pop it up as well. Just use my foam strip and get it laid down on there. And then the other pieces there, I thought about the peel-offs, and I thought that I'd like to lay, just for some interest, I'm going to grab some of these peel-offs here and just lay them down at the bottom, and then I'll put my sentiment on it. And I'm just trying to cut it where the stitch detail on that panel is. And then we'll just lay our sentiment on top of it. Just kind of give a grounding place for our sentiment and add a little bit of extra interest to this. And I'm not going to add any other embellishments because we've got the glitter paper on there, but I thought that would look nice on there. And so I'm going to trim it up. It wasn't quite straight. Get my scissors in there and just try to straighten it up and lay it down. And then we're going to take Wishing You the Happiest of Birthdays on the inside, and then we'll add our bow and our balloon that we have. Just add some extra interest to the inside. I'm going to tuck that balloon underneath the sentiment, and then we'll put the bow on the other side, and we've got the inside of the card and the outside of the card ready to go. And I think it looks really pretty. Very soft. So let's move on to our second card. Now this is the one that we use the Distress Oxide inks to blend our balloons. And I've already got them laying down on the panel. I love this confetti panel here. It's very pretty. And I'm getting it cut down. And I think I really don't cut it down right, and I realize it. And I'm going to go ahead and make another snip on it to get it where I want. Which It really wasn't too bad because I couldn't hardly get my glue to come out when I realized that I had the wrong size. So I'm realizing I've got the wrong size here. And I was checking the card base just thinking maybe it was wrong. But I'm going to go ahead and trim it down and get the right measurements on it. What I did was I cut it 5.5 by 4.25, so I had 1/4 of an inch off, so my margins weren't right. So once I get my glue bottle to continue to disperse glue, we'll get this laid down on our card panel, and then we'll begin layering up all of our pieces. And this paper, the Let's Celebrate pattern paper 6x6, they're just gorgeous. This is so much fun. I just love this color scheme and all the elements that are included in it. Just gorgeous. So I'm going to get my balloons laid down on there. And they were stuck down because if you remember, I put some glue tape on that when I was stenciling it, and so I was able to just stick it down on my panel and kind of have it where I want it. I'm just going to do some tucking. I've got my cupcake and my little spare balloon. I've got wishing you the best day. And again, I've got my champagne glasses, my cupcake, my balloons, and we're going to get these all kind of laid down on here and just kind of layer our sentiment over our balloons, and I think it'll be another fun card. When you've got such fun elements like these with the pattern paper and the stamped images, it's just a lot of fun to create cards. And we'll get our champagne glasses down, and then we'll get our cupcake laid down there. And I've got some foam that's sticking out, so I'm just going to trim it off, get it laid down. Still fussing, trying to get it exactly like I want it. And for the cupcake, I'm just going to glue it down directly. And we'll get our sentiment put down on there. I'm going to pop it up as well. Since I'm layering, it'll help it to be level. And then we'll get it laid down on there. Then we're going to work on a third card in which we're going to use some of the ephemera pieces. And I'm realizing that I don't have that on there very straight, so I needed to take the strip off of it. So I'm just checking to see if it's straight. I'm trying to line it up. I went a little bit too high, and then we'll get that laid down on there. And I think it looks really cute. It's a cute birthday card or a celebrational card. So we're going to grab another card base, and I've got this like pillar of balloons, an arch, a balloon arch. We've done this for several different showers and parties that we've had in which we've assembled a balloon arch. And so I'm going to bring that in. Now this is a strip of the kind of striped, I don't know, watercolor strips or whatever that I used on another card that I did earlier. And I'm going to use it on the green, the mint green cardstock that was included in the 5 sheets of 8.5 by 11 that I've cut down to A2 size. And I'm going to use some of those strips and just kind of layer, make it look like I have a layer on this pattern paper here. And it'll just add some sparkle or shine to our card. And we'll just do it on both sides and then just get it laid down and cut it off. And I thought it would look good with the balloon, the colors of the balloons that we have in our arch. And we'll get it laid down on our card base. And then we're going to bring our balloon arch in and we'll just get it laid down. I'm just going to glue it flat down and we will pop up some pieces that go with it. Now I did take the stencil and I blended the Let's Celebrate and I laid it on some of the matte mirror pastel cardstock bundle that you can get as an add-on, and just to add some dimension behind the Let's Celebrate. And I'm popping it up, laying it on there. Now I've just got one of my little trays that I put all of my goodies in, and this is all the ephemera, the bunting and the blooms and the Celebrate icons. And I'm just going to grab some pieces, parts. We've got a little sucker here, candy sucker. We've got some packages, but I decided those weren't the right color, so I was going to grab a different one. And I'm going to tuck some packages in. We'll pop them up And we're just going to bring some other ephemera pieces and just kind of create a little collage of ephemera pieces and make a fun card with it. So we'll just tuck these in behind our Let's Celebrate. And I'm just kind of looking around. Got all kinds of little bits and pieces in there that I can use. And then we've got this little sucker. I thought that would be fun to add. Just trying to figure out exactly where I want to put it. And I think I'm going to stick it right there. And I'm just going to put some pop-up on the sucker part, and we'll just put some glue on the stem, and we'll just get the stick and just get it tucked in. And I think that's really cute. Now we've got these Let's Celebrate variety pill-off pieces that you can get as an add-on. And I'm just going to take these little bits here and get them laid down and just add some sparkle to my card in the areas where we've got some open space. And I'll lay several of these down. I'll actually I'll stop videoing for a minute and we'll get some more laid down on there. I had somebody pop in while I was making this. And so we'll get more of these laid down, and then we'll come back and look at all 3 cards. I think they're really fun, and I can't wait to work with it more. So there we go. Finish that up. So here's the first one where I just blended, then the second one where we took the distressed oxides, and this one with all the ephemera. And I think they turned out super cute. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.